Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, March 14th, 2025. Welcome to another eBay video. Tonight I'm going to be discussing more about a new scam that's been surfacing lately. I've touched on this a few weeks in a row, but tonight I'm going to get deeper into it. It's about buyers who wait until the tracking number is in the system and then attempt to do a cancellation. There's something going on here, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm also going to tell you a rather funny story about why I refuse to accept any best offers from anyone overseas. I don't care where they are. Don't bother. I'm not accepting it. I want to also talk about this week being so unbelievably slow that 2 days in a row, Wednesday and Thursday, I went on to Down Detector to see if maybe eBay was down. It was horrendously bad. And just for the record, today's Friday. I haven't sold a thing yet. It's as bad as it gets. If I do have time, I want to tell you a story about another geriatric who doesn't want to listen to reason and how he ended up paying for it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I've never in my life seen a generation of people so stubborn, even when they're dead wrong. Okay, let's get started. As you may have noticed, I am broadcasting from a different location because I've had several people complain about the window that was behind me in the other room. And I do understand the lighting absolutely sucks in that room. No argument, but I'm not spending 10 cents to upgrade it. All right? I have enough expenses of my own. I ain't spending on that. Okay? Now, one more thing. Thank you to everybody who watched my New York City exploration video last Sunday. It's been a while since I did any of them. They're a lot harder for me to do now because of the time situation. But I'm doing my best, and I would like to do some more, hopefully this very month. Again, one of the things it has to do with is the weather. And it's been a rotten winter. Cold and windy every day. But we'll see what we can do. Let's get started with the eBay topics today. I want to talk firstly about this new scam that's going on and what happened to me the other night again. The scam goes like this. A person with usually a throwaway account, but not always, but usually, will buy your item, pay right away. They will do absolutely nothing until that tracking number is in the system. Now you might print your stuff right away and ship it out within 15 minutes. You may wait a day or two. Doesn't matter. They're patient and they're going to wait until that tracking number shows it's in the system. And as soon as it does, they send you a message saying they want to cancel. Now naturally, it's too late to cancel. Okay? Even if the item was right there, when I print that label, it's going, all right? You may remember over the last few weeks I told you of two different people that tried this scam with me. One guy wasn't really a scammer, he was just stupid. The guy that was buying it for his son. Remember how I went off on a deep end last week about him? Well, according to the tracking, it shows he's sending the item back. I don't have it back yet. The item was only $18. And he said, hey, if you don't cancel, I'll send it back. I said, go ahead. I'll take it back. You're paying shipping. And because he loves his son so much, he can eat $18 in shipping. All right? The second guy purchased something over $100. He basically said the same thing. But I haven't heard any more back from him yet. But he's the one that I'm worried about might do a chargeback. It was over $100, as I said. Now let me tell you what happened Friday night. Because this is concerning, because when you dissect every piece of this transaction, you know somebody has bad intentions. Friday night, A person did a buy it now and purchased my item. They have a zero feedback account which was opened specifically to buy my item. The price with shipping comes over $100. Okay. I ship items Saturday as well. Whether it's the post office or the UPS store, I always ship. And I did. Sure enough, like clockwork, cancel this order comes in, and I'm not canceling, it's too late anyway. That in itself is bad enough, but I decided to look at the account, which I hadn't earlier, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. As I said, the guy started a brand new account to buy my item, zero feedback, but where do you think he was based in? Name one country that is so sussy the eBay International Delivery Program will not even ship there. What one comes to the top of your brain? Brazil, our neighbor to the south. So what this guy did was he used a freight forwarder to purchase it for him. Every possible negative sign of this transaction has manifested itself. Now, I haven't heard anything more from this person yet. I would imagine he's going to wait till he actually has the item in his possession and probably want to do a chargeback. I'm sure hoping eBay covers me for this. The fact that he did it through a freight forwarder adds a little bit of a wrinkle to the situation. So it's going to be interesting, and don't you worry, I will keep you appraised of this situation. Anytime anybody does a chargeback to Cute Joey, you're going to hear about it. These people need to be exposed as the scammers that they are. I've been on eBay 26 years. I have never in my life done a chargeback or canceled an order. I swear to God. I don't do that. I don't roll that way. There's been a few times during the early days of eBay when I returned items because they weren't as described. And in each case, it was a scammer listing a factory item and sending generic China crap. So all those people got their return, but that's the only time. Okay, next topic. I've told you many times that I do not accept best offers from any overseas buyers, no matter where they are. And the reason is because eBay does not require immediate payment. They tell us right in the offer we have to wait up to 4 days before getting paid. And even then, we may not even get paid at all. Now, recently, eBay has changed the rules where they consider Puerto Rico an international sale, even though it is a U.S. territory. I'm not really totally fond of them doing this because, number one, we no longer get paid right away. So, anyone sends me an offer from Puerto Rico, I'm lumping them in as an overseas person I'm not accepting. And I've noticed a disturbing pattern with these offers. Let's say my item is $50 plus shipping. Somebody will send me a best offer, a lowball offer of, let's say, $25. Decline. Not just because of the price, but because of the 4-day wait. Second chance, they come up to $35 plus shipping. Decline. Third and last chance at bat, $45 plus shipping. Bang, decline. Now, think about this. They've come up $20 from $25 to $45. Why don't they just come up another $5 and do the buy it now? They never do, because immediate payment is required. This goes to show, in my opinion, that it's a good idea never to accept best offers from overseas buyers because they're not going to pay. So my friend and I, one of my friends who sells in eBay Motors, have this running gag anytime we get one of these best offers. We both know they're not going to pay. And we text each other daily and we show each other these joke offers. And we both say, you'll never see any money from that. So earlier this week, my friend gets a best offer from someone in Puerto Rico. And monetarily speaking, the offer was good. Let's just say $85 on a $100 item. Okay? My friend sends me a text and says, do you think I should accept? I said, for the love of God, please don't. Don't accept. I said, you've been on eBay as long as I have. You're a 26-year member. You know the ins and the outs. You've had problems before. Why would you even ask me this? And he responded by telling me that he hasn't sold a thing on eBay all day. He's desperate for a sale. And he's going to accept it. I said, okay, you listen to me, buddy. I said, if you accept that and he doesn't pay, I'm going to break your balls like they've never been broken. So he accepts the offer. 24 hours go by, and what do you think happens? The buyer contacts my friend and starts into full-fledged dancing. My friend was selling, let's just say, a set of 14-inch hubs. And the buyer writes and says, I have 13-inch wheels on my car. Do you think these are going to fit? Boy, did I break my friend's balls. I broke them like they've never been broken. I said, what's wrong with you? You're a smart person. You knew there was going to be trouble. You had to lead with your chin, and boom, you got nailed for it. So I really don't feel sorry for him in this case. And the worst part is, the unpaid item case will close in 4 days, I believe, and eBay will never sanction a bad buyer. I have seen so many cases of egregiously bad buyers in the Facebook groups where people will post screenshots of people leaving 35 and 40 negatives in a row. eBay will not do a thing about it. I think it's absolutely despicable. Despicable. All right, next topic. Geriatric story. You know, guys, I'm one of these people that doesn't mind helping a customer out, giving them information, and trying to make sure they understand. But it really triggers me when after telling them everything, they go right around me and do it their own way, screw up and blame me, like that nut job last week who tried to pry her emblem out of the hub that I told you about. So here's what happened recently. Months ago, a geriatric contacted me and told me he wanted to purchase 2 Lincoln alloy wheel center caps for his son. Red flag number 1. Why these geriatrics love their adult sons so much, I can't figure out. I mean, these adults who have to be close to my age should be doing their own work. I just don't get it, and I probably never will understand the concept. Nonetheless, I wanted to help the guy out. Maybe it was a moment of weakness on my part. I said, send me a picture of your son's alloy wheel, because these things come in different diameters. I need to know which wheel he's got. The guy says to me, well, I'll send you a picture of my wheel. I have a Lincoln too. No. I said, do not do that. I said, I don't care what your wheel looks like. I want to see his wheel that needs the caps, because they come different sizes. He says to me, listen, my son and I have the exact same car. My wheel looks just like his. I'm sending you a picture of my wheel. He does. I look at what he's got. I don't have it. And it's not a real in-demand part, but I do know where I can get it. So I told him to hang loose for a few weeks till I got out to my supplier, and I would buy them for him, which I did. Then I contacted him when I got them. I said, listen, I've got them. Okay. He lives all the way out like in Pompton Plains, a place I rarely ever go. By a freak of nature, don't you know, I had business in Pompton Plains. So I said to him, I'm coming out there anyway. I'll meet you out there at the gas station. This way it saves you a trip from driving there to Oradell. He agrees. He meets me at the gas station. He pulls in. He's got the very car with the wheel he sent me a picture of. Okay. I said, here's your caps. You can see they're the right ones. He's happy, pays me, leaves. That was over a month ago. Just this week, he calls me up and says, you sold me the wrong size. I said, I didn't sell you the wrong size, buddy. You ordered the wrong size. I told you to take a picture of your son's wheel and send me that picture. No, I said, you had to be a wise guy and send me a picture of your wheel. So he then sends me a picture of his son's wheel, which of course is different and has the smaller diameter. I said, can't you see the difference? They're not the same. I said, this is why I told you gotta send me the picture of the right wheel first. So he then has the nerve, and this is on the phone, he has the nerve to tell me he wants me to go out, locate 2 of the smaller diameter ones, and exchange them even. I said, that ain't happening. You ordered those 2 larger size. You're keeping them. I don't want them back. I bought them for you. You ordered them. I'm actually shocked that he would actually think I'm going to work for him like that. If you think I'm being a hard ass, I'm not. It takes me a lot of work. I got to drive all over the place to find these items, get them, clean them up, then make the sale. My time is precious to me, all right? I'm not taking them back. I don't mind giving him a break if I do come across the right ones, because he said he still wants the right ones. But I'm a little leery that if I do come across them, once I get together with this guy, he's going to give me a lip and want me to take those others back, and it's not happening. Nope. I never have a problem giving a person a discount on a price. Not at all. But I will not work for free. That's one thing I swore to when I was young. I will never work for free. I'm absolutely astounded in this day and age how adults often do not want to take responsibility for their mistakes. I just shake my head in disbelief, to be honest with you. Another thing that makes me shake my head in disbelief is people who send me absolutely ridiculous messages. And I've talked about this before. One of the things I can't stand is when people ask me to measure something. This tells me that they're trying to use the item for a purpose that it was not intended. These are people that get instantly blocked. It's not that I'm being a dick. It's that I don't want them to buy the item, get it, not be able to use it, initiate a return. It's more work and more headaches for cute Joey. And I don't need any extra work or headaches. So I want to show you this one. I always have in my title the size of the item. Let's just say 14-inch Chevrolet or 15-inch Chevrolet. So I get this guy the other day, and he writes to me, hello, can you measure diameter from edge to edge? My rims are 15-inch. There's the photo. That is not the way you determine your wheel size. You determine your wheel size by the size on the side of the tire, whether it's R15, R16, R17. That's problem number one. His way of measuring is not accurate. Number two, I can clearly see that the rims on this vehicle, he hasn't told me what he's driving, but I can clearly see that they are not germane to the car in which the item I am listing would have. So this guy's trouble waiting to happen. So I write back a stock answer saying that's not the way to measure your rims. You got to read the size on the side of the tire. I suggest you get them locally. This way you can try them on first to make sure they fit correctly. Send them the message and then block them. I've also been getting a crap load of insulting offers lately. The most egregious one that really triggered me was I've been running sales the last 2 weeks. 36-hour sales, because I find it does help, except for the last few days. I mean, this is record-setting bad. But anyway, I was running a sale at 25% off. I don't know if you can hear my dog down there grunting and groaning, but she's having something to say about the sale too. So anyway, I had a sale that was approximately 25% off. No, it wasn't approximately, it was 25% off. I know, it's a lot, but what can I do? So I had an item that was about $25 plus shipping. Now with the sale, it's 25% off, so it's maybe around $18. It's a one-of-a-kind item, it's hard to get, and it's well worth the $18. Do you know I get a cheapskate that sends me an offer of $5? So obviously I declined it. But I wanted to see who I was dealing with, and this guy was actually a prolific eBay seller as well as a buyer. In fact, he was more of a seller than a buyer. So when I declined the offer, I said, I'm declining your $5 offer, cheapskate, and I'm blocking you, and you can't do a thing about it. And that's exactly what I did. Blocked him, and he's part of history. As a serious seller, I would never send anybody a $5 offer like that. That's just wrong. A lot of times I see items I would love to get cheap, but I'm realistic and I'm respectful, all right? If the item is $50, I would never send an offer of $10. You know, that's just not right, man. I respect people's time. I really do. Alrighty. Don't forget, I believe it's April the 8th. We have an in-person New York City meetup. eBay people will be here. Those of you guys that are always moaning and groaning, you don't get to talk to people that count. This is your chance to step up. All right? If I think about it, I will put the link once again in the description box. And I do know for a fact that several people have signed up from last week's video when I gave the shout out, specifically from the borough of Queens. So if you're those people, I'll be glad to see you there. I'm Crazy New York Driver, you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Rock on and peace.